The story I'm about to tell you is a true story. Whether you choose to believe it or not, that's up to you. It's your call. You might hear some background noises. It'd be the grandkids or the wife or someone. But anyways, if somebody's willing to or wanting to hypnotize me, lie detector test, I don't care. I'm open to all of it. Uh, in about 1976, 77, my brother-in-law and myself, we went out to the back of the woods behind my folks' house in Monroe Center, Illinois. They had some woods back there, so it was back in October of that year. We decided to go back in the woods and try to do some raccoon hunting. While back there, we sat down on a picnic table to take a little break from walking a quarter of a mile, half a mile, whatever it was. We walked back there, and as we were sitting on the table there, I noticed light coming through the trees, which I just thought it was the moon shining through. Never thought no more about it. We got a little chilly, so we decided to walk back up to the house. And we were walking up this road, tractor trail or whatever it might have been. Anyways, I had this weird feeling something was following us or looking at us or watching us or something. I turned around and I saw this object hovering above the height of a cornfield. I looked at it and it was a big round bright light right on the front of it, and some what I would call huge rivets. I don't know what else to call them. The object was cobalt blue, but I was so scared I broke out into a sweat. But I knew that if I didn't take myself and really look at it good, I wouldn't believe myself what I was seeing. So I actually was able to walk around to the side of it just a little bit and saw that there was no tail as a regular aircraft would have. It was just a round object. I could have reached up and touched it actually if I would have chosen to, but I didn't do it. My brother-in-law at the time, I had a shotgun. He suggested that I shoot at it, but I didn't think that was a good idea. Anyways, it hovered there for a few seconds, and my brother-in-law and I, we were just getting ready to sit down with our faces towards the back of the barn. We looked up, and it was like we were just seeing this object for the very first time. Don't ask me how to explain that. I don't know what happened, but anyways, this object started drifting back slowly into the woods. We ran to the house, all excited, sweaty, and just nervous and scared. When told the folks about it, my mom and my brother-in-law and myself, we went out to the backyard where there was a fence back there, and we stood there and watched towards the woods for about 20 minutes, I guess it was. And we saw a flash of light just shoot straight up out of the woods, straight up to the sky. Well, we were pretty amazed. We didn't know what was going on, so we had called the neighbors that lived about a quarter of a mile down the road from us. I believe their last name was Sandstone. I can't remember exactly their names. But anyways, the woman of the house got on the phone really hysterical, and she said they hadn't seen anything, that her husband went blind 20 minutes ago. Fortunately, since then, he's got his sight back, though, just shortly after that, but it's pretty amazing. And so I called the airport to ask them if they might have picked something up, but they said anything flying that low they wouldn't have been able to pick up on radar anyway. So I didn't know. At the time I was pretty skeptical about UFOs and things like that. I take them or leave them. I didn't believe them or didn't disbelieve, either way. But when that evening rolled around and this is what I experienced, made me think. But anyways, we had just thought about it, and then we forgot about it for a while. One thing though, my brother-in-law that was with me, he would never discuss it or talk about it or anything. Actually, he got quite scared and freaked out every time we mentioned it or so. So he would never talk about it. Of course, unfortunately, since then he took his own life about 1992, maybe. I'm not sure. I don't know if that was related to that incident or not, but he did leave a note, but it didn't say anything about that experience. Anyways, I guess in about 1986, was reading the newspaper, and there was an ad in the paper that was asking if anybody had any UFO experiences or sightings, please notify Reverend Weber at the address that was listed in the paper. So I sat down and wrote him a letter, explained everything that I'm telling you right now. Didn't think nothing of it. And about 2 weeks later, I received a letter back from some woman. I had no idea who she was. But she had written me back and said that since the Reverend Weber had received my letter, he'd become very ill. And she asked me not to correspond back with him any further, and they did not want to have any more further contact with me. And she went on to say that there was a black cloud over my head. All I did was answer the ad in the paper. Didn't think it was going to be all that. I've got the letter somewhere. I don't know. I've got it buried probably somewhere here with a bunch of my stuff. I've moved several times, so if I still have it, it's amongst all my junk, I suppose. But anyways, to make a long story short, I guess I experienced this ordeal. I don't talk about it much to other people because everybody else just writes you off as being a kook or a nut or something like that. So, and I'm not telling this story to become famous or make any money off of it or anything else. I just thought it might be a good idea to put this on YouTube so everybody else can hear the story and make their own conclusions. Um, but what I saw, I know I saw, and nobody will convince me otherwise because I did take the time to walk around this object, to look at it, to make sure I was seeing what I was actually seeing. If anybody's interested in this, they would like to contact me, have any questions or anything, I'll give you my email address. It's ogre, OGERR 51 at yahoo.com. There might be more to this story. I just can't recollect everything just at this moment, but everything that I felt was important is all in this story. So if you feel that you believe this story or would like to contact me, just email me. I'll be glad to answer you back. Thank you for your time, and I hope you found this interesting. Thank you, and have a good day.